So I used flowcharts to understand the code, and I'm going to use flowcharts to explain the code. So starting with the comprehensive stock analysis, at the start of the code, you're having all these imported packages, and they're being defined, and they'll be referenced in your code, but all of these imported packages are what you need to be able to run this code. Then line 6 through 8 is where we're loading the CVS file. And in class, we learned that you have to take all the data from Alpha Advantage and store it in a CSV file because of the expense and how expensive it is to have a subscription to Alpha Advantage to get the stock prices you need because of the API limit that we've been hitting with Yahoo Finance. So this is just referencing all of that. This is referencing the file that we made that's storing the data from Alpha Advantage. Then down here is where we are converting all the data that's pulled from this file into numbers, and this will ensure that when we're doing our calculations later, all the data is in the correct format to be calculated. Then lines 13 through 16 is calculating the moving averages. 17 through 18 are calculating the daily returns. 20 to 22 is the volume analysis, which measures trading activity and defines and calculates the technical indicators. Then down here, these technical indicators are used to analyze price momentum, trends, and reversals. Then lines 28 through 37, it's plotting the price chart with moving averages, and all of these lines just define a different part of the chart that will be plotted if you run the code. Then lines 39 through 47 is plotting the volume analysis that was computed from this volume analysis right here. Then lines 49 through 55 is plotting the distribution histogram. Then lines 57 through 66 are plotting the MACD indicators, which is the moving average convergence, divergence, and this helps spot trends changes and potential buy-sell signals. Then that's where the code ends. I skipped over the RSI indicator, which 57 through 66 is plotting the RSI indicators, which is relative strength index, and that measures the speed and strength of the stock movement. Now on to portfolio visualization. So again, at the start of this code is where we're having all those required packages we have to download to run the code. Then right here, it looks different, and it's going to look like this in all the rest of my codes because I wanted the users to be able to input what stocks they wanted referenced instead of Alpha Advantage giving you the stocks that it references. I wanted the user to have that choice and that option. So lines 7 through 22, quite a big one. This is where it's going to load the multiple CSV files from Alpha Advantage using the if-else statement to prevent unnecessary API calls in the rate limit, just to avoid it so that way we're not getting blocked and running the same issue that we were trying to avoid with Yahoo Finance. Then lines 24 through 28 are all about taking all of that pull data and just cleaning it up. So it's merging the data into a singular data frame while dropping the missing values for that easy calculation and making sure that's calculating the correct values in the right stocks. Then lines 30 through 31 are calculating the portfolio weights. 33 through 36 are calculating the portfolio allocation. They're going to jump down to lines 44 through 52. This is plotting the performance comparison. Then lines 54 through 59 are calculating the risk and return metrics. Then lines 60 through 70 are plotting those calculated metrics. Then lines 72 through 73 are computing the correlation metrics, and then lines 75 through 79 are plotting that correlation heat map, and that's the end of your code. My bad. Sorry, I keep dropping the phone. Next, we're going to go to the candlestick chart. Alright, so again, that start is we're going to have all those required packages. Then this one's also very long, 3 through 36. Quite a big one. But this is where it's loading those stocks in the CVS files, again, using that if-else statement to prevent the rate limit and convert the pool data to numeric easy calculations. There are 2 chunks, sub-chunks, in this loading files that I want to highlight. The first one is lines 31 through 32, where we're finding those support and resistance levels. And the reason we're finding those support and resistance levels, and when we're finding those levels, we're finding the levels that either are struggling to rise above I'm messing up. I'm gonna start over. I want to highlight the find and support resistance levels. And what these levels are, the support level is levels where the stock prices are struggling to rise above because of high selling pressure. Sorry, that's resistance. And the support levels are is where the stock struggles to drop because of strong buying interest. And I wanted to highlight that because I know how important the support and resistance levels are when it comes to tracking and making recommendations of what stocks to purchase. Then I also want to highlight lines 34 through 36 because this is computing and defining moving averages, which again is very important when it comes to making stock purchases. Then we're going to jump down to lines 38 through 43. This is plotting the candlestick chart. And then lines 45 and 48 are going to plot those support and resistance levels on that candlestick chart, so that way you can see what stocks are struggling to drop and what stocks are struggling to rise. And that's the end of that code. Now we're going to be on to the last one, which I did the one optional one, which was the market analysis visualization. Again, I do apologize for how shaky this phone is. So we're starting the code and we're downloading those required packages. Then, because I